All right, Shalom Akim. Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit, and Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, V'chak, Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessing to you all. Shalom, wa chasadim, wa barakim. It's peace, mercies, and blessings to you all. So, I'm going to try and get this lesson through. All right, very calmly. All right, very carefully. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want there to be any misunderstandings. All right. But we're entering these times where there's not going to be any more warnings, no more teachings. You see what I'm saying? No more reproof, none of that. Okay? And at the end of the day, if the Lord has not opened your mind to see the mysteries, to see these things, all right, that you're being taught through the Spirit by the prophets, okay, then there's nothing more that I can do for you. Nothing more than any of us can do for you, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down. We can't do any more for you. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord has blinded you, then the Lord has blinded you. All right? So this is coming from a comment that I got. All right, as you can see on the screen, a comment to one of my previous videos, and this guy says the mark is the vaccine. All right, at first I took it for a joke. You know what I'm saying? Considering this individual has been following me for quite some time, and needless to say, all right, I'm no longer associating with this character. You know what I'm saying? But I said, are you joking? Or are you being serious? He says the chip in the right hand will never happen. The chip in the right hand will never happen. He says, Khan King, I am serious. The chip has been out since 1973. Where's the buy and sell at? The RFID microchip is old technology, Ak. All right, and this is why we say that we care nothing about all this flattery, these flattery words. We don't care about what it is that you have to say. You know what I'm saying? All the cheerleading, all of the shalawams, the great lesson. Nah, man. You see what I'm saying? I mean what I say when I say it. That majority of the people who watch these videos, the majority of the people who listen to our live shows, who watch the sit downs, who see us on the street corners prophesying, the majority of those who listen are not going to make it. The majority of people who listen to our videos, who follow our channels, who subscribe and who follow the pages, they're not going to make it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to try my best, All right, to break this down very carefully. All right. So there's no misunderstandings, like I said. I said the chip hasn't been mandated yet. The economy hasn't collapsed yet. But when it's all over, we will know who was right and who was wrong. And that's the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? This technology has been here. It has been here. And as I said before, initially they were supposed to mandate this thing years ago. Like right around the time of September 11th. You know what I'm saying? Around 2005, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. It was around that time they was planning on getting this thing out there, man. But that was when our apostles had come on the scene, you know what I'm saying, on the YouTube era, and started showing all the information, started going into prophecy. You know what I'm saying? It was becoming well known. Okay? So a lot of their plans have been altered due to the prophets being on the scene. But I agree with them. I agree with them. This technology is not new. But you know what else isn't new? Vaccines aren't new. You see what I'm saying? Those are not new. So one of the things has to be true. Either it be this inoculation with regards to what went down back in 2020, or this device, this subdermal device that's being talked about in WEF, that's being talked about in all these technocracy circles. You see what I'm saying? One of the two is going to be required in order for you to buy or sell. You see? And the fact that he mentioned that, where's the buy and sell part at, means that he's really not paying attention at all. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to start this off by getting this precept here in the book of Romans. All right, this is Romans chapter 16 and verse 25. It says, "Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Yahushua HaMashiach, according to the revelation of the mystery, which was kept secret since the world began, but now is made manifest, and by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandment of the everlasting power, made known to all nations," meaning the Israelites that are scattered abroad throughout all these nations, made known to all nations for the obedience of faith. This is not something that's going to be open for everybody to understand. You see what I'm saying? And this lesson isn't even, it's not aimed at this dude Tazadak, Forever 1619. No, it's not aimed at him. You see what I'm saying? Because at this point, if you can't see it, then you just can't see it. There's nothing more I can do for you, like I said. This lesson is for all of those who are newly coming in, who don't know what's going on, and they need answers. All right, but I'm here to tell you that this particular device is going to be mandated. This particular device is going to go underneath your skin in either your hand or your forehead. You see, the interesting part here is that he says it's going in the hand and the hand alone. You said the chip in the right hand will never happen. What about in the brain? You see what I'm saying? Because the scriptures also say that it's going to be in the forehead. You see? And when you go into the word for in forehead, all right, that goes into metapon. Okay, it's talking about your mind. I have a couple videos that I want to share with y'all to further expound on this point and to give you receipts on this matter. Okay, and those of you who can't see it, then that's just what it is. You just can't see it. Let's go here to the book of Romans chapter 11. Let me start at verse 4. It reads, "But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men, who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal." You see what I'm saying? There's going to be great turmoils when this economy falls, when war is fully set in place, when the martial law is established. Right now, they're building those concentration facilities, or camps, if you will. You see, they're building them. They're purchasing all these warehouses. I just got that. I just brought that out earlier this morning. They're purchasing all these different warehouses for hundreds of millions of dollars each. You see? All these facilities that's being erected around the country, all right, it's not for show. It's not for show. And inside these facilities, they're going to have these chipping stations. I promise you that. But the scriptures say, even so, verse 5, even so then, at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. This is why we, the prophets, begin with our apostles, bishops, and elders on down from Great Millstone. This is why we always harp on the elect, because the overwhelming majority will not understand this and will not receive it because they can't receive it. Verse 6, it says, and if by grace, then is no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for. And the rest, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You see, only the elect are going to be able to see this. Only the elect, the remnant, are going to be able to receive this message and understand the mysteries. Verse 8, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber. The overwhelming majority of you Jakes, man, you 2/3, all right? You 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, man, you're not going to make it. You're just not. You see what I'm saying? Everyone has to fall into their lot. You see, there has to be a 1/3 and there has to be a 2/3. Okay? It says, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. It says, but if our gospel be hid, all right, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. You see? Verse 4, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is in the image of our power, should shine unto them. You see? So whether you receive this or not is out of my hands. My job is to simply speak this word, teach this word, and leave it alone. The Lord does the rest. You see? So now with that, before I get these videos, I'm going to hopefully break down Revelation chapter 13, all right, verse 16. And those that's meant to receive this is going to receive it. You know what I'm saying? So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And the point is that you have to understand the whole volume of this book. You know what I'm saying? And it takes the Holy Spirit to do that. All right. It takes the Holy Spirit in order to give you the insight, the eye salve, all right, the discernment in order to perceive these things and understand them. Okay? Because when you go into mystery, all right, a mystery is not something that's easily understood by the masses. It's not meant to be that. As a matter of fact, let me do this here. A mystery, all right, in the Greek, the word there is mysterion. All right, mysterion meaning a secret or a mystery. It says a hidden thing, secret. Generally, mysteries or religious secrets confided only, all right, religious secrets confided only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals. You see? This truth is only going to be unlocked by those that are set to unlock it. You see what I'm saying? Those that are predestined to receive this message and to understand it. Not everybody who just calls himself as after a Hebrew name is going to receive this. Not everybody who just puts on fringes is going to receive the truth. Not everybody who puts on a head wrap is going to understand this truth. You see? So let's go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond." So either you be a young child or an old person. Either you be wealthy or you be a broke ass nigga. Either you be free or you be in jail. You see? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. In their right hand or in their foreheads. It's not just specifically going into a right hand. You see what I'm saying? It can be either hand. Right? Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had this mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And when you go into that number 666, all right, that's going into chi, psi, stigma. You go into those Greek words and you break it down. You see what I'm saying? This is the system that we can see unfolding right before our eyes, man. So let's break down this word for Mark. Bear with me. All right. The Greek word for Mark, Strong's G5480, charagma. All right. The word is charagma. and it means a scratch or an etching, a stamp or an imprinted mark. You see? A thing that is carved. All right? So this particular mark is going to be carved into the skin, into your flesh. The root word for charagma is the word charax. Let's go into that. Charax, Strong's G 5482. It says to sharpen to a point. Okay? A stake. You see what I'm saying? A palisade or a rampart. What this is talking about is a sharp instrument, a puncturing instrument, something that will penetrate the skin. Okay? So far we're understanding that whatever this mark is, it's going to be an etching or an imprinting into the skin. And to get to this thing, all right, or get into your skin is going to be used, a palisade or a sharp instrument is going to be used to administer this etching. You see what I'm saying? So the root word of charax is grapho. Let's go to that. Strong's G 1125. Grapho. All right, it means to grave or to write, to describe or to write. Okay? It says to delineate letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. So this device is going to be delivered through a sharp instrument. And what's going to be within this particular etching, this device that's delivered, is going to be some sort of record. You see what I'm saying? To delineate letters on a tablet, parchment, paper is talking about recording. And what do they say is going to be on this chip? What's going to be on this device? It's going to be records of your medical information, records of your financial information, records of your identification status, record of your educational status. Everything is going to be on this device. You see? To write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing. All of this has to do with what? Data. With data. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what Yuval Noah Harari is talking about. Data. Whoever controls the data controls the world. When you hear these jokers like not Yuval Harari, all right, I just mentioned him, but also Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, you see what I'm saying? Peter Thiel, all these technocrats who are trying to bring forth a technocracy. You see? This is what they're talking about. Now, with that broken down, all right. Like I said, I'm not dealing with this dude that brought forth the comment. I'm talking to all of you who are new to this, all right, and you need further clarification. I'm going to give it to you. So let's go into these receipts, if you will. Bear with me. All right. So at the top it says all roads lead to the MOTB. What you're looking at right here is known as the money ball that was created in 2014. All right. Now let's look at this video.
It starts with this, the mark of the slaves. Okay. It was the first reserve currency ever known to man, Taler coin. from the Roman empires, Spanish silver dollars from the Spanish monarchy.
Right.
It's a bridge. There's still a few things missing, but for the most part, the most important, US dollar and Federal Reserve, credit card, contactless, which is very interesting because this piece was made in 2014. It existed, the technology, but we didn't use it to pay as we use it now. And then a bit of a future that it's either chipped or barcode. But then he ends with the mark of the slaves again. Because one of the things that he puts here on the shredded is that experts say that in less than 10 years, we're phasing out of paper currency. We're not having any paper anymore. Everything's going to be digital on the banks. And we're going to end up being slaves of some entity or some government or something.
Yeah.
It starts with this, the mark of the slaves.
All right, so as you can see, this symbol with the S, all right, and you have the stake inside that S, that's the mark of the slave.
Okay.
Was it first?
That's the mark of the slave. That was the first currency known to man, as he said. And the elites understand this. Okay? The elites understand this very well. They know the history of money. This was the mark of the slave. Okay, what did they use? They used the palisade. They used the sharp instrument. You see? That was what? That was the Qarax. That was the Qarax.
Reserve currency ever known to man, tallar coin from the Roman empires, Spanish silver dollars from the Spanish monarchy.
Right.
It's a bridge. There's still a few things missing, but for the most part, the most important, US dollar and Federal Reserve, credit card, contactless, which is very interesting.
Okay, what did we phase into throughout these years? We phased from paper money, which was the reserve currency, all right, which is the dollar. And then we went to credit cards. You remember how, all right, you remember how at first everyone was very standoffish with these credit cards at first. But now everyone has a credit card. Everyone has a debit card. And now there's a chip inside everyone's cards. To the point that if you use a card that's swipeable and doesn't have a chip, everybody looks at you sideways. You see how we phased into that? Then he goes into contactless payments. Contactless payments using what? Mobile devices. That came out heavy during what? During the situation of 2020. And everybody was talking about contactless payments. Contactless payments. And all of that was to lead you to this point.
Because this piece was made in 2014. It existed, the technology, but we didn't use.
All right. Pretty much. Let me show you a bust of that. Bear with me. All right. This is the last final phase. The final phase, it says near future. This is the future that they want. What do you read at the bottom? A biochip body as a communication conduit. And it ends with the very same slave symbol. It's going to go in either your hand or in your head. So let me read this again. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had this charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And without this, you won't be able to buy or sell anything. Without this particular device, this subdermal device that will go underneath your skin, you will not be able to participate in society. Revelation 13, verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see? And there will be heavy punishments for those who do not take this. But what does the Lord tell us? The Lord tells us to stand firm until death. You see? He has preserved 7,000 men who will not bow the knee to the image of Baal, man. So the prophets are here to tell you, do not take this. Do not take this. Because when you take this, you will be their slave. You see? And at the end, it says, finis, which means that's the finish. That's the end of it. That is the ultimate goal. That is what all of this was leading to. Finis is the end. And that's where Salakia. I don't know why I'm at. Anyway, Salakia. But that's what the end goal is. Okay, to finally have you become a serf, okay, under their control. And this is why the Lord said, if he doesn't speed up the times, no one's gonna be saved, man. You see? Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So let me give you some more examples, some more receipts here. Bear with me. And Salakia, this is fair use. All right, I'm not making any money from this. All right, this is purely for educational purposes only. Bear with me.
My name, it's not too important. What I'm about to tell you, it's extremely important. I'm one of the first people to get a Neuralink implant in my skull. If you guys can see and don't really know what a Neuralink is, it's kind of like an electronic chip from Elon Musk embedded in your skull. At first it was kind of like a Fitbit, kept track of vital signs, stuff that was going on in my body. Eventually it's gotten to a point where I can move a mouse without even touching a computer. I can connect, I can download, I can transfer information. I'm not the only person that has one of these now, and now we can communicate. This is what's going to happen for the rest of the world. Eventually, this technology will be, maybe not in you, your kids, your grandkids. This is what's coming next. Welcome to the year 2025.
All right. So as you can see, this technology is going to be inside the brain. Okay. It's going to be in your hand. It's going to be in your head. You're going to be augmented. Okay? It went from simple computers to laptops to cell phones to wearable devices. You see what I'm saying? The next phase is to go inside the body. All right? They had what's known as the Internet of Things, where you have smart computers, you have smartphones, you got smart refrigerators, you know what I'm saying, smart cars, you know what I'm saying, smart washing machines, you got smart everything. Okay, that's the Internet of Things, and now it's coming to the point of the Internet of Bodies. All right, the Internet of Bodies, where this stuff is going to be inside of you. All right. It's going to be inside you. When you have the CEO the CEO of Nokia tell you that the cell phone is going to be you. You're going to be the cell phone. You see what I'm saying? Now, to the overwhelming majority, that's going to seem like a wonderful thing. It's going to be a great tool. Let me become a cyborg. Let me be augmented. All right, this is the way of the future. You see, but what does the scriptures tell you? What's going to happen when you take this? Because there's no going back once you take it. Revelation chapter 14. All right, this is Revelation 14 and verse 9. It reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, either be your left or your right, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." You see what I'm saying? You will be left here to burn and to rot. You see what I'm saying? And this isn't a joke. This is not some, something that you can just botch. Nah, man, this is a prophecy that you better get it right. You better not get this one wrong. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no going back from this. And people are going to take it out of convenience. People are going to take it out of fear. You see what I'm saying? If you're not rooted in the Lord, in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, if you're not rooted in them, if you're not fully grounded in the volume of this book, and the mysteries have not taken root inside of you, hey man, you're going to fold under the pressure. The scriptures say that that wisdom and knowledge are going to be the stability of these times is coming. Let's get Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. You know what I'm saying? This is not a joke, man. This is not something that we laugh at. All right, this is something we take deathly serious, man. Well, you got IUIC, ISUPK, you got BOW, you got WFI, you got HOI, GOCC, all these characters, you know what I'm saying? Big Judah, Big Levi, everybody, all right, who wants to talk and say that they're leading Israel. If they're not talking about this, they are false prophets. And the scriptures tell you that there's going to be false prophets aplenty before the Lord comes. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it. So it's time for you to make that discernment, man. All right, who is teaching you the truth and who's not? This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure." So let's hear what the elders got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Who you gonna be listening to right here is the beloved Elder Ishayar. All right, and it's the spirit, actually. It's the spirit that's getting us into this topic here of the MOTB. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Elder Karatazar, you know what I'm saying, out of Vegas. He was getting into this topic today. I was listening to the beloved brother Aharon, you know what I'm saying? He was getting into this same topic today, man. It's that time. All right, it's that time. It's not by coincidence that this dude decides to scoff, all right, the MOTB, and talking about it's this happy juice that they pushed on the people back in 2020. No, it's not. This is what you're looking at. This is what's happening right now. You see what I'm saying? And I can show you so many different receipts, man. But I'll be here too long. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen in.
It's time that people stop being fucking stupid, man. Right. When they crash this economy, man, this is going to be the new currency, man. Right. You're going to have to put your right hand and your forehead out to go ahead and buy and sell in this economy, man. All right? Are you going to sell your soul to Satan, or are you going to get your head fucking chopped off, man? Right. That's the choices that's coming in these days, man. Right. You can laugh and scoff, talk all the shit you want in your mind, but the Lord going to judge your ass, man. Right. All right? This is a serious matter, man. Right. It ain't no more time to be playing around with you people, man. Right. All right? We at war right now, man. Right. Who's in the power seat? Give me the elite sign, man. Who's ruling the earth, man? Your International Bacon Elite family, man. All right? The top tribes of Esau, man. All right? Amalek, man. All right? Who the angry black man in the heavens is coming to destroy, man. Contrary to popular belief, man. Because people hear that shit and they think that we just talking some bullshit. That's right. All right? The Most High, who the world is going to cause God and Christ, are angry black men. Right. All right? This technology and these energy, right? And they said we're angry black men. Right. All right? This technology and these energy, right? And they said when the scientists tested it, the places where energy was most concentrated was in your right hand or in the middle of your eyes and your forehead, man. So is that a fucking coincidence? Right. No, man. All right? That lets you know how powerful the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is, man. All right? They confirm that, man. All right, go ahead, read it again, huh? All right, I'm going to jump on down to verse 17. Go ahead. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell. That's right. Save he that had the mark. Right, the scriptures say that no man may be able to buy or sell unless he has that mark, man. Right. So you're going to have that shit in your body in order to be able to move around in society, man. So what are you going to do? Are you going to sell out? You going to sell your soul? Or are you going to be down with the Most High, man? Right. Because the choice is going to come, man. You're going to have to get on that chopping block or you're going to sell your soul, man. Right. So what you going to do, man?
And the majority of the people are not going to stand for the Lord, man. The majority of the people, the majority of you jakes, man, who you jokers that put on fringes, you know what I'm saying? You jokers that talk about, you know, the law, you know, you jokers who call yourselves after a Hebrew name and just, hey, man, hey, the Lord is about to show you all who you really are. When the persecution comes, when it's really go time, when it's time to buckle the fuck down, you see what I'm saying, and stand for something, and stand for the Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no joke, man. This ain't no joke. And like the elder Ashayar said, you know what I'm saying, we ain't got no more time to be playing around with you niggas, man. Because these devils are about to move. And they about to move fast. You see what I'm saying? They're about to hit it. They're about to hit it where it hurts. Every single last one of these people are about to receive the judgment, man. You see what I'm saying? You can say that, oh, I'm not gonna get this thing. I'm not gonna have nobody put this thing in me. You know what I'm saying? You can say that now. You can say that now. Can you say that when your children are starving? Can you say that when your children are at gunpoint? Can you say that, you know what I'm saying, when your spouse, can you say that? Can you say that then? You see what I'm saying? I need you to really meditate on that and reflect on it. The scriptures say, examine thyself. All right, examine thyself, man. Lord willing, I'll grab that precept after this. This is Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Who? Only the elect. Let's get that precept, man. Let's get that precept, because it's a lot of jokers out here that's just playing. There's a lot of niggas out here that's just playing, man. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. The Lord's about to show you. Lord's about to show you, man. And the prophets ain't gonna be here much longer. And call Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, the water Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, man. Cause I'm about done with all this shit, man. Not shit. I'm talking about dealing with you scoffers. You know what I'm saying? You jokers that just can't get it. You know what I'm saying? And you won't get it. You refuse to get it. You know what I'm saying? Just tired of dealing with it, man. Tired of dealing with you scoffers, you scorners, you know what I'm saying? You jokers that want to mock the prophets. All right? Just tired of dealing with you all together, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time for judgment. That's all it is. It's time for judgment. It's time for the Lord to allow these demons, you know what I'm saying, these devils in office and whatnot, these devils behind the scenes. It's time for the Lord to allow them to unleash the artificial intelligence, to unleash the drones, to unleash the killer robots, to unleash it all, to unleash all the hell out here. To bring fear, because you're going to know fear. When this is all over, you're going to know fear. Sitting here talking about it's the vaccine. No, you're going to know fear, nigga. You going to know fear. Every last one of you posers, every last one of y'all who take this for a joke, you going to know fear, man. This is Second Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine thyself. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates? You got to examine yourself, man. Before all hell breaks loose, you got to examine yourself, dude. Let me get a quick precept to that. Sirach. Let's go to Sirach. All right, this is Sirach chapter 18. All right, Sirach chapter 18 and verse 20. It reads, before judgment, examine thyself. Before judgment, examine thyself. And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. You see? You better examine yourselves, man. All you jakes out there, you men, women, you children even. Examine yourselves, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, you speckled bird, Israelites that's been scattered abroad, whose lineage goes back to these people through your fathers. It's time to examine yourselves now before it's too fucking late. All right, fair use, fair use.
What about the individuals who refuse to have this number implantation?
We expect some minor resistance, especially from highly motivated religious groups. But eventually hunger will cause even the most zealous to conform to our program. Gentlemen, I believe that within a year, 2 at the most, our one world government will be a reality. If we continue on our present course, it is my opinion that we could present the devil himself as a world leader, and the people would accept him.
All right. So that little clip right there was from an old 1980s movie called Early Warning. And you know, as the scriptures say, when this comes to pass, then you're gonna know. So before I get this final video, you know what I'm saying, I want to grab that precept real quick. All right. Actually, I want to grab 2 more. I got to make this quick. All right. The book of Ezekiel. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 32. Chapter 33, verse 32. Ezekiel 33, verse 32, it says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. All right. And all apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone on down have been singing and harping and piping this tune since the 80s. You see what I'm saying? It says, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And to this very day, all right, Jake is still not listening. Still not hearkening. Still not taking heed. Still not paying attention, man. And it's going to be to their detriment. Verse 33, it says, "And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them." Let's end this off in Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And this vision, this prophecy is not tarrying anymore. It's here now. So, with that, I'm gonna let it end with this final video. I pray this lesson has been edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, V'chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Tell you may well sound absurd, but the less who believe it, the better for me. For you see, I'm in banking and big industry. For many a year we have controlled your lives, while you all just struggle and suffer in strife. We created the things that you don't really need, your sports cars and fashion, plasma TVs. I remember it clearly how all this begun. Family secrets from father to son, inherited knowledge that gives me the edge, while you peasant people lie sleeping at night in your beds. We control the money that controls your lives, whilst you worship false idols and wouldn't think twice about selling your souls for a place in the sun. These things that won't matter when your time is done. But as long as they're there to control the masses, I just sit back and consider my assets, safe in the knowledge that I have it all, while you common people are losing your jobs. You see, I just hold you in utter contempt. But the smile on my face, well, it makes me exempt, for I have the weapon of global TV, which gives us connection and invites empathy. You would really believe that we look out for you, while we bankers and brokers are only a few. But if you saw that, you'd take back the power. Hence, daily terrors to make you all cower. The panics, the crashes, the wars, and the illness that keep you from finding your spiritual wholeness. We rig the game, and we buy out both sides to keep you enslaved in your pitiful lives. So, go out and work as your body clock fades. And when it's all over, a few years from the grave, you'll look back on all this, and just then you'll see that your life was nothing, a mere fantasy. There are very few things that we don't now control. To have lawyers and police force was always a goal, doing our bidding while you march on the street. But they never realize that they're only just sheep. For real power resides in the hands of a few. You voted for parties. What more could you do? But what you don't know is they're one and the same. Old Gordon has passed good old David the reins, and you'll follow the leader who was put there by you. But your blood, it runs red, while our blood runs blue. But you simply don't see it's all part of the game. Another distraction, like money and fame. Get ready for wars in the name of the free. Vaccinations for illness that will never be. The assault on your children's impressionable minds. And a microchipped world. You'll put up no fight. Information suppression will keep you in tow. Depopulation of peasants was always our goal. But eugenics was not what we hoped it would be. Oh yes, it was us that funded Nazis. But as long as we own all the media too, what's really happening does not concern you. So just go on watching your plasma TV. And the world will be run by the ones you